me. When they got, that is on their way, and when they return. That is true. The driver confirmed that when they got home, and MOHBAD came back and was going into the house, he confirmed MOHBAD movement was like a dove steps into his house. It was a dove steps. Quiet, innocent, dazed. He just walked in. And he also described Wumi's boastful and domineering extrands. This one, you can see, and because the driver knew that that fight will continue, he has said that the man walked in innocently. This is wrong. You can see, so that if they say something happened in the house, somebody will not say it is MOHBAD that provoked me. All this, the driver has given you the movement of the two people into the house. One moved like a dove, the other was boastful and was even mocking and was telling you this one, when I show him more, now beg, go beg this night. That was how they entered the house. Adura told us there was a loud noise. As at 3 a.m., a danger alarm. They came to wake the driver. These are facts from what the driver said. And they were looking for a solution at 3 a.m. Reconcile that with what they all told us, that even when they got home, they had a brief drink, and they all went to sleep. But they didn't tell you that they had to rush out, beg the driver to take them to pharmacy at 3 a.m.
In one of our testimonies, she even said that in the middle of the night, MOHBAD even wanted to lap you with her.
That is it. Maybe they woke the driver to go and buy a condom or whatever. I don't know how. Because these people think we are not. They think when they talk, we cannot digest what they are saying. Now look at this time. As at 8:54 that very Monday morning, Prime Boy sent a text message to Wumi. That message was not replied until 1:54 p.m. You would think Wumi was not up as at that time. Maybe he was sleeping. To tell you something was also happening then. It was only Wumi, the actor, who came out at 11. Before then, the driver knocked at 9. No response. At 10, no response. And the driver confirmed from that midnight till he left, nobody left that compound. That's also a statement of fact. Now he came around 11 to meet the driver. And he was shocked that the driver was there because he came to look at the road to see whether everywhere was clear. Or probably from the CCTV that they told us not active, he has seen from outside that this driver will have to be excused. This man should find his way. And he came out. He was even shocked that the driver didn't ask for so much because he was ready to pay more. She was ready to pay. That's just 100,000. I thought it would even be 500. You can see. Because at that time, she was desperate to clear the road. And the following day, in the morning, the driver got a message that somebody, the person they carried yesterday, he should report himself at the police station. These facts are what the police have been telling us, that if they have a new lead, they will move soon into action. It is now proved, beyond reasonable doubt, that whatever police rely on in their own submission to DPP, their own reports, because that driver statement, that driver testimony confirmed that MOHBAD died earlier than the arrival of the nurse. So, the 15 people in the house, even without saying no pie or who did not pie, have to be investigated for conspiracy. all those in the house, from the account of the drivers, they have to be investigated for conspiracy. They have to be charged for conspiracy because they've lied under oath in the past. So they cannot escape it. I will talk briefly on Perez doctor because we want the best standard. I agree with Yeye. Yes, what you have said is the best standard. But for the purpose of awareness, best standards are always sustained by government support. And everywhere in the world, it is government support, government seriousness that supports standard practice. Even from what the doctor has said, even from what we all knew before now, even before this doctor testimony, somebody was given a medical report to take the corpse to the morgue. That person did not take it there. In DPP's report, was that person included? That's to tell you that government is not interested in how you treat a dead body. Government does not care if you take a dead body to the hospital and the hospital said, don't even bring him here. Even a pregnant woman that is about to deliver, that is going into labor, can walk into the hospital and they will insist that he must pay before they attend to her. Government does not care. So it is good that we observe the best practice. But with government support, a doctor like that of Perez will have gone extra mile to make sure that it does not fall below the standard. When I say support, you see, as they rush in, even if they are criminals, a doctor will not care. This is my practice. Whatever happens, nobody can implicate me. It is life I want to save. I don't care whether it's a criminal. They brought in so person, and at the time he was brought in, I must do what my profession requires me to do. It also requires financial support. There can be subsidies, even if they dump the dead body there and run away. Doctor, do the needful. There will be incentives, there will be subsidies, there will be all kinds of support to make sure that you just do your own. And the government will take it from there. Do we have a government that cares? People think we are just on this app, on this social media for update. That is why that's why they must look for the driver's face for update. You see, a lot of people don't pay attention to things that happen. Yesterday, I cried. Just one word from the driver. When Mama Rich Grace was describing how MOHBAD walked in when they got home. How Wunmi described MOHBAD when MOHBAD walked in. This is dangerous. And that is why I'm happy about our advice yesterday. If you have a gentle child, we should all learn from this. It is good to bring up your children in a responsible manner. Bring them up. Don't bring up children, men who would beat their wives. That's not what we are talking about. But let them know steps and checks to put in place to save their life. The first law of nature is self-survival. It is when you are alive. You can see somebody lying, some Larry saying all sorts of things yesterday. If MOHBAD is alive, it's gone. So, we shouldn't throw away whatever has come out of the pathologies. Whatever, even if it is manipulated, if it is not. See, God will bring pieces of whatever we need together and we consolidate it for us. Once again, I want to appreciate you all for your support, for your word of encouragement, words of wisdom that we all share together. I've learned a lot from you, and I'm also grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Daddy Shark. I don't like to say. I know is what we knew you with at the beginning. Best caller. I don't want to use that. I want to call you Daddy Ishak, because it takes a father to reason, and when he speaks, people want to learn. I myself, I always enjoy, and your voice is your trademark, and it's unique. Everybody, all the male in this Justice for MOHBAD, their voices are so unique, and your voice is a trademark. We want to say a big thank you for joining the Justice for MOHBAD movement. I know you've been here for a long period of time, but you're just at the background, just watching as things unfolds. But when it was time for you to come out, you did, and we want to say a big thank you so much for the wonderful celebration. The other time when Ye Babagwa was speaking, when she said something, it came to my head, but along the line it escaped my mind. But when Daddy Shaq was talking, I was reflecting on what Ye Babagwa said. Then I later came back to I jotted it down here. When Ye Babagwa was speaking, one of the references or one of the things that she said reminded me of some of the conclusion of several of the people that have been invited to the Corona inquest. And most of them, when they ask them, what is your advice for this Corona court or for this inquest, most of them always keep going back to the people within 24 hours, the people within 24 hours, the people within 24 hours, which, gives me the idea that whether it is spending, whether it is darosha, whether it is lifestyle, as long as you are with him, by the time the inquest is coming to an end, all of you, wherever it is that you are, whether you are in Russia, all of you are coming back to Nigeria. All of you are coming back to Nigeria, because a larger portion of those that have been asked at the inquest that what do they think they should do or the inquest should do, the advice has always been the people within him, even Sam Larry, even Naira Marley, even everybody, the people with him 24 hours should be held responsible. And I think they don't know the magnitude of that word or of that advice. They don't know. They just believe that and one concern on it. No, these are the fact that they are going to be adding up. Because if 10 people come somewhere and 8 people are saying the people 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 hours, then I don't care about who you are. I remember there was a time, there was this, this thing that was going on about spending. Oh, spending might not be spending. I said no. And, back then, me and Barry Salade, we used to, counter. I would say, Barry Salade, you leave spending for me. Barry Salade, yeah, you go and handle the Russia. And we always say, I have something against this Russia. But what I'm trying to bring out is, no matter who you are, wherever it is that you think you have traveled to, I remember General Vengeance and Mr. Ishak came to Lifestyle's platform. I didn't go there, but I had, and I saw the way he was talking, and I'm so sorry, but if I understand. I came and I think I heard where he was saying, "Who is this man that is asking me a question? I beg, I don't want to talk to this. I don't want to talk to this." He was referring to Daddy Ishak guy. I don't want to talk because they were asking about, did anybody snap picture, did anybody, and he was trying to, you understand, he was trying to, but then your rudeness is going to be one of the things that is going to bring you back to Nigeria, because when you are smoking your shisha, or you are smoking, or you are drinking whatever it is that you're drinking, then your senses should not be, intact. So that is that about that. That is Shark. Mommy Yeti 70 will be coming to you. Mommy Yeti 70 will be coming to you now. From Daddy Shaq's comment, I wrote something down here. The way the Black Widow treated Mo. Daddy Shaq said something that is worth noting down, that thing did not only touch Mo, but that thing also touched the driver. Then I wrote in this place that for the driver to have said that if not my wife, I will beat him, then it means if the driver was actually Mohbad's elder brother, that man would have actually landed a slap on the Black Widow's face. looking at the testimony, looking at what that man said, that the way the Black Widow spoke to Mo, if that driver was MOHBAD's elder brother, you understand, that driver would have landed a slap on her face, looking at the way the lady was talking to MOHBAD. Number two, I want to say this, but I'm going to lose power now. I'm going to lose power, but I'll change over. If the driver was called on Tuesday morning to report himself to the station, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. When Daddy Shark was talking, it came to my head. If the driver was called to report himself to the station on Tuesday, then the call was a reference to something that happened on Monday, because if it happened on Tuesday, the driver was gone on Monday, there is nothing that links the driver to Tuesday. So for the driver, for the driver to have actually been called on Tuesday morning, then it is in a reference to something that happened on Monday. So ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, let me go and attend to this thing. I'll come back. Mommy 8070, let's have you, mom. Mommy 8070, let's have you. Aye.
Hello? Hello, Dish. Senator Ish.
I can hear you, man.
And the panelists, Mommy Prince. Hear me? Hello?
Hey, we can hear you.
We can hear you. We can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Forest.
We can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Senator Isha, good day. Okay. Mommy Rhea.
Mommy Yeti, maybe you join us back. It's like there are noises. It's like you are driving. I think our network is failing.
Mommy Lorenja, Yeye Baba Gua.
Mommy 8070. Mommy 8070. Mommy 8070, can you hear me, ma?
Mr. Isha.
Can you hear me, Mommy 8070?
And Mommy Rich Grace.
Mommy 8070, can you hear me, ma? Yeah. She will come back. She will come back up. Now, back to my point. I lose power, so I have to change over. Now I can talk more on that, right? The fact that if truly the driver was called on Tuesday morning to report himself to the station, right? Then the call was in a reference to what actually happened between the dead hour of Sunday to the early hour of Monday. It is actually in reference to what happened between the dead hour of Sunday, thank you so much, till the early hour of Monday. Because if that thing actually happened on Tuesday, there is nothing that is linking the driver with Tuesday. Nothing links the driver with Tuesday because the driver was already gone on Monday, right? So if truly he was caught, and that's the reason why when Yebo Bagman was speaking, she continued to echo the forensics, including that of driver. And Baba MOHBAD submitted himself. He said, "You carry out on my own phone too. There's no problem." So that's why forensics are needed, and it's going to be done. And need I say this with all authority, that no NGO is allowed to do this, or is permitted under the law to do this. It's at the coroner, and the coroner or whatever it is under the law legally will be the one to undo it. So don't be fooled by anybody carrying NGO up and down to say we are going to do this, we are going to do that. Don't be carried away with that. You understand? So let me go back to my point. So the driver was called on Tuesday to report himself to the station, then it means it's in reference to something that happened on Monday. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't just want you to stay in 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning when the driver received the call. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to take your attention away from that 9 o'clock now and bring you back to Monday morning when the driver said, I heard a noise. So let's start our analysis from the driver hearing a noise and Adura also confirming that there was noise upstairs. Let's come back there. Don't go back to the time when Baba MOHBAD got to the house. Don't go to when they embalmed the body. Don't go to Darosha at 12, talking about maybe 12 p.m. Don't just stay from the New Testimony now. Don't just stay at that 9 a.m. in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to catapult and I want to transport us to the middle of the night, 3 a.m. in the middle of the night, Monday morning. I want us to stay there and I want us to look at the events that would have led to the noise, ladies and gentlemen, that would have led to the noise of somebody shouting in the house and the driver outside hearing the noise. Someone from the outside shouting, someone from the inside shouting, or a noise from the inside was heard by a driver. Now, there's probability that the driver did not wind up. There's probability that the driver, wind up. But let's assume that the driver did not wind up because of heat or something.
Remember, one of the glass already broken.
Yeah.
From there, you can hear very well.
Yeah, so he can hear very well. You understand? So what is going to be the strength of that noise from the inside to the extent that someone on the outside will be able to hear? Ladies and gentlemen, once again, if the driver was called on Tuesday morning to report himself to something, to the station, then it is not in reference to anything, but something that actually happened in that house on Monday. I want to say a big thank you to you. I think Mommy Yeti 70 is driving. We'll come back to her. But let's quickly go to Mommy Rich Grace. Mommy Rich Grace, are you there, ma? Thank you so much, ma, for...
let me quickly do my submission, no? Please, so.
The noise.
I've been waiting for a while.
Okay, you can go ahead, ma. Mommy Rich Grace, just give us some
worry.
Oh, yeah, ma. Yes, ma.
Now, Senator Ish, thank you for giving me a chance to use my voice. And Mommy Ray Anu, good day, ma. Prince, Mommy Lauren Yeye Baba Gunwa, Mommy G Babe, and Mr. Ishak, and Mommy Rich Grace, and the commenters. I don't have a lot to say. And I've been saying this before I joined J4M. I've brought a strong mind inside this J4M because this is a young guy that they buy inside the house. And yesterday, I've prepared my mind about that, whatever pathologist is reading or whatever the result they brought in. I've prepared my mind. I don't give F for that, because I know that it comes from the fake barrister Taiwo Dumosu. And the way forward now, I don't want to, discuss about what the doctor, everybody have said it. And the driver have give us like 95% of what happened in that house. Like what Yeye Baba Gunwa said, as a doctor, as healthcare professional, even you're an auxiliary nurse, it's not only the doctor or qualified nurses. Even the physio, they brought a client or a patient to you, dead or alive. You need to do a full assessment body, this thing with them. For that doctor, maybe because one fish out a lot of Nigerians, nurses, doctors that they are not, and they are practicing in this country. We don't know where they got that certificate. So for that, they need to 1940. They don't need to. What's the Sanchito? I don't know. Maybe the court or whoever, the board of healthcare profession in Nigeria, they need to check that doctor as well. Because it cannot tell me 80-70, that they brought a dead body to you. First thing, vital sign and you assessment of that body. You check that body. There is no way. That doctor lies on that. And thank God he mentioned CCTV. That CCTV, I think the Corona inquest or the call, I don't know how you guys, I'm sorry, that's how they apply for it. They need to get that CCTV from Sunday till Tuesday night. We want to see what happened, if the doctor did assessment of that body or not. Because as a qualified, come on, even if you graduate in 1 year, 1 year experience, you know what to do. And let me leave that side. And the only test we need to do is the paternity. And I've been using this my voice. You know, the paternity. And Emi ma so toro. Eje ka so toro e ma ja foro sabi awon. Okay, all right. Oh yeah. Ma so toro kan. Mr. Muiwa, my spirit in so pe Mr. Muiwa gbodo mo pa paternity. Ma so ele ni kiyan ma sọ̀rọ̀. Ma so. Yes, okay. Ma so. Because that's the only test to ku fun wa. We need to guide it. Gbogbo ara wa, gbogbo ojú wa ló yẹ ká fi guide this test. That paternity test. If these stupid people, fools, can be dancing because of that result, autopsy and toxicology. What? So it's like we need to take Mr. Muiwa away from this paternity test. I don't care if they are family. We are part of MOHBAD family as well. MOHBAD brought us to this thing. MOHBAD. So MOHBAD have left this world. We are part of the family. So if one of the family body, after justice, they will become a family. To me, emi are so thorough. Because I man pay the con. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó bá ọ̀rẹ́ ọ̀tá mi àbí ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó lọ ń bọ̀ tá mi ṣe ó ń ṣọ̀rẹ́ mi mọ́. If Baba Mohbad can block this nuisance, mi ò pé Baba Mohbad rí. If that man can block this nuisance, kí ló dé tí Mr. Muiwa lè block wọn? Is it not because of Mohbad ni Mr. Muiwa fi ṣe mọ gbogbo wọn ni? Ẹ jẹ́ àsọ tọrọ. Èmi ò ní fọ̀rọ̀ sábẹ́ àwọn. Enough. Because me lima need sleepless night. Ki your consumer body. I will use my voice. I don't care. Anybody on this J4M. Tiba tiripe evil ni mama pariwo sit. I don't care. In my normal life, I'm not like this, but omo lokpa. Omo lokpa. Kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó gbàdúrà kó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ìdílé òun. Mommy Elizabeth ni kò tí ṣe lo imo, and it's true. Gbàdúrà kò ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa mọ́. Àwọn èèyàn kan wà ní máa gbàbọ̀dé wọlé kò possible. Ta ara ta gan wúlò ju blood lọ. Is it not Adura? Adura is immediate brother to Mohbad. Kí ló dé tí kò sọ̀rọ̀? Orí ẹsẹ̀ Adura lọ gbórí Mohbad sí. Adura can feel the smell. If you look at that video, Adura is looking through the window outside. He cannot take it. But àwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti ń pààyàn ti pé àwọn méjì yẹn wọ́n dúró jigidi báyìí ni lọ́rẹ́rìn. Wọ́n dúró jigidi. Màmá tó bí Mohbad kò gbàbọ̀dé fún Mohbad ni. So who is uncle ẹjọ́ ẹni tó bá súnmọ́ bàbá Mohbad ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. This case is not play, it's war. Ojú dẹ̀ ń ṣẹ̀jẹ̀. It's war. Because Mohbad gan kò ní happy níbikíbi tó bá wà lẹ́ni. We want justice. Confirm true justice ni. A fẹ́ wòròwòrò justice. True justice la fẹ́. So the only test that remains is paternity test, and that is the tissue-based test. Toba de shenye, then I'm low. And the 3 a.m., like what you said, Senator Ish, that 3 a.m. that the driver said that they want him to go and they want him to take the, I don't know, whoever want to go to the pharmacist. Ejo, killing like in Mr. Ishak said, kill off any pharmacist. Kini kotofera. Tani nurse to stay overnight. The nurse that stay overnight. Mumi said it in one of our interview. She said there's one nurse stay overnight before the Kutonu one arrived the next day. So who is the nurse that stay overnight? That is a question mark on that. Because if a nurse can stay overnight and they want to go to pharmacies to go and get something there at 3 a.m. Loru. 3 a.m. No. There's a question on that as well. So the driver give us 95%. What happened in that house, in that area, from the gate to the house? And Senator Ish, let me take you back. Maybe I don't know. Kilorukwe Adura said he too is here. You know, there's a lot of noise coming out. Adura no so. So there is a fight, and the stairs rail that broken. So what happened? It's not a Ewoeja Sotoro. It's not only Wumi won big da. Cause seeing MOHBAD she ma try fun, go save life. They help that girl. Who are they? That they help that woman inside the house to finish that boy off. They help from the beginning that 2023. What happened, woman? Apa woman le ka MOHBAD. See MOHBAD bani pon no o ma shelese. So they help that girl to finish that boy off, and it's inside the house. Adewe Simotin pariwo ati were to pariwo MOHBAD is dead. Those are the 2 people to yakoko jade ati driver ati nurse. 4 of them. Àwọn ló yẹ kọ́kọ́ jáde tí kò bá ń ṣe pé àbọ̀dé kí lẹ ń pè fake barrister Taiwo Dumosu Tagba. It's like you want to do assessment. Number 1, àwọn tó yẹ ká kọ́kọ́ mú àwọn nìyẹn. Àwọn ló pariwo MOHBAD is spy. So àwọn yẹn wọ́n mú wọn. So it's like they've already compromised. Taiwo Dumosu ó ti compromise. Wọ́n ní egun tó kọ́kọ́ jó ìran ló máa wò gbẹ̀yìn gbogbo yín tínú yín dùn lánàá ìran lẹ máa wò gbẹ̀yìn. I'm telling you, we're going to get a true justice. Mo sọ fún yín pé gbogbo ara ni mo fi wọ justice yìí. Mi ò feel anything. Yesterday, mo fi yín rẹ́rìn mo yín mú sí yín ni. But nǹkan tá máa guide gangan òun ni paternity yẹn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. A máa guide gbogbo ara ni ká fi guide, please. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká tún gba kòkòrò tó ń jẹ̀fọ́ wọlé mọ́. Even though I don't want to speak to Baba MOHBAD now. Baba MOHBAD, ẹ fọkàn yín balẹ̀. Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú yín. Ọmọ yín gan wà pẹ̀lú yín. Ó ń guide yín. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ wà pẹ̀lú yín. Àwọn wèrè tó ń rẹ́rìn yẹn dé. Àwọn dẹ̀ ló wà ní church, ló wà ní mosque. Tá bá fẹ́ ṣàdúrà ńsìn. Ó máa gbé Bible ni. Ó máa gbé Quran. They don't understand what they call a humanity. Woman, so let's preach humanity. On this J4M. Even in our family, with our children. So they should try to, spread love and care to other people. Sorry, Senator Ish. My father is a chief imam. After he finished praying, he will go to shrine, fella. When fella, this thing is at Yabade. My father loved fella because fella preach what is humanity. ẹ lè rí Fẹlá ní church àbí mosque. All what Fẹlá preached years back, it come to pass. It come to pass. Nǹkan tó ń pè ní à ń sin Ọlọ́run nínú ara àwọn èèyàn kan, and Ọlọ́run wà lọ́kàn wa. Ṣé rí àwọn wèrè tó ń jó yẹn, èṣù ló gbé mì. Ọmọ kékeré irú wa lè bí MOHBAD dànù. Àwa ń dunnú. Ayé yín ti bàjẹ́ pátápátá. Ẹ rí òrùn sá. Ẹ ń dunnú. Yeah, Senator, thank you. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much, Mommy 8070 once again. Mr. Ishak is gone. Mr. Ishak is, I think he just dropped now. I just want to remind him of something. Let me use this opportunity. I think he should still be in the comment section. Let me use this medium to remind everybody, talking about the two guys, Ade West and OG. Let me remind you, in case you have forgotten, please don't forget. You see that video that was done, MOHBAD is dead, MOHBAD is dead. That video was not done when they were coming back from the hospital. That video was done when they were going into the hospital. That video was not done when they were coming from the hospital. The video was done when they were going to the hospital. Because when you look at the seating arrangement, according to the CTC, it correlates with what they have all been saying and what we actually saw in that video. So that video was not done when they were coming from the hospital. It was done when they were going, when they left the house. Now, if before they left the house, they already said Mo is dead, MOHBAD is dead, then the true hospital is nothing but child's play. It's nothing but script to pretend as though, what did you guys do? We took him to the hospital. You remember I said something one evening when I was here. What these people always do, two things they always do. They always try to justify themselves. They always try to justify, and that's the reason why Mr. Ishak said something the other time. She kept on, they would talk about what this person did. What the Black Widow kept on saying, this is what this person, this is what, but she didn't say what she did. She didn't make mention of any argument. She didn't make mention of any noise. She didn't make mention of any of those things. Now I'm saying this to you, ladies and gentlemen, from all of this that we are picking up. If the video was already done before going to the hospital, then why the hospital in the first place? So this thing that they have to do, two things that they always try to do. They always try to justify themselves. And the second thing they always try to do, which they have not been successful in, is they always try to exonerate themselves. But they can justify the action. Oh, when this thing happened, this was what I did. I did this. I wanted to go and get another injection or an antidote. Oh, I followed her to the pharmacy. Oh, I went to look for a car. Oh, my brother's car was 40, so I went to knock on the neighbors, this thing, trying to justify what they did. But in the process of exonerating themselves, they can't exonerate themselves, because the more testimony comes up, as this one is trying to justify himself, if he wants to exonerate himself, the other guy that is coming to testify will not allow this other person to exonerate himself again. For instance, as the Black Widow is trying to say, we had a wonderful night after the show, we came back up, blah, 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 everything was seriously where she wanted to exonerate the fact that there was an argument, but the driver came and the driver said, no, the argument was intense. So the more they try to exonerate themselves, the more they try to justify their actions, the more they are trying to put themselves back in it. And that is what I want to call the justice that we are looking for. So they can try to justify whatever action that they whatever it is that they put into action, but they can't exonerate themselves. Thank you so much. Mr. Ishak, you want to say something? Yes, sir.
Yes. You see, the people you are dealing with, these guys are street boys, and and what they normally do, they push materials out. and they keep their narration until you react. You see that 3-second video was so short, and all the things that you will have observed, if not that events now expose them, all things that we will have observed naturally, they kept them away. You didn't see MOHBAD's body, you didn't see him wet, you didn't see the nurse, you didn't see the wife, and just a short clips to show that somebody died. And another video came with somebody telling you that he was at the hospital, MOHBAD was standing there, and this and that. And they waited for the public to react. It's just to give a message that, oh, something happened, and they made effort to save his life, and they waited for a reaction. Look at what they did to the driver. They push a narrative to him. It's to draw him back to the scene, to get his reaction. If that driver had gone back to the scene to say, madam, and I tell you, make you no fight your husband yesterday, that man will not leave that place. That man will be put into the whatever arrangement is there. They had to drop. That's why when he called the number, right, it will not go. They had to look for something, push it to him, get his reaction before they can bring the narrative. Look at the 3-second video. The 3-second video was pushed out to somebody. They didn't give us the narration. When they discovered that we did not buy their, that 3-second video, and Baba was saying, Ojuboju lele, give me full forensic. They are now forced to bring their own narrative out. Is Zomo, is old, is this. If we had followed a bit to say, look at this 3-second video, this is all we are waiting for, this is exactly how they came MOHBAD, just like they got Yomi to pass that message to us. If you had killed behind Yomi on that 3-second video, we would have been messed up. So you have to be ahead of them. You see, that's why I like how the driver appeared for nowhere. They were shocked. And that's why when Binti got that 3-second or whatever that he got, he channeled it to the appropriate. That is what unsettled them most. They want to be ahead of you. Push out materials, get how you react. They now amend their own narration in their own favor. And I'm happy on the 3-second, 10 minutes. That is not what we are looking for. Full forensics. We will not buy 3-second, 10 minutes. Anything that you bring to the public, we have our standard. And we are not going to bend. DNA, full forensic. That's what we're after. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ishaq. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ishaq. We'll be coming to Mommy Rich Grace now, but before I come to Mommy Rich Grace, someone said in the comment section that for my information, maybe I need to know that the video that I was talking about was done after the hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, did you forget that the Black Widow said they went back home in different cars? That they went back home in different cars. So if they had gone back home in different cars, how come the video that they are talking about is actually...
These people can make us laugh. Don't just worry yourself. We have a lot of people that have short memory. Their memory is short circuit, please.
Thank you so much, Mommy Lone Ranger. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what I said. If you have been in this movement for the past 17 months, nobody can come to you and sell anything to you that should
19.
shake you.
19.
19. No, I'm even trying to from the beginning. I want to share a join me, but at least, let's say 17 months. If you have been in 17 months, nobody should come and sell anything to you if you have been consistent in this thing. And that's one of the reasons why I believe that having all of these things together is going to give us the justice that we are seeking for. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's make welcome Mommy Rich Grace. Mommy Rich Grace, thank you so much, ma, for all that you do. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you, ma.
God bless you, son. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. I'm so glad to see you here this morning because that's the relief and the follow-up that we should have. A consistency. Wọ́n ní ẹni pé ẹ kò dákẹ́ olóhùn gbàgbóyà bó o pe rọrọ gan ó padà jí nínú ìpe rọrọ ẹ náà ni. So it's a great thing to always have, it's a special delight to me. My father in the Lord said, when he was young, that's Pastor Adeboye, that his mom would be like, don't go out to play football. Read your book, be what my dream is all about you. And he would say, Mama, because the mother will call him Eloku. His name is Enoch, but the mama is illiterate. And so instead of Enoch, he will call Eloku. So my father in the Lord will be saying, see, now that's Frederick there. That is also and so there, they are playing ball. He said his mother would tell him, they are not my business. It is you that matters to me. So if trillions are here shouting, you matter, Akoni, from the beginning. Everybody else matters, but you matter. So I celebrate you. So my greetings to everybody. Iriano, Mommy, the Prince, sir, my mommy Lone Ranger, my only fine girl, Yeye Bobagua, Mommy NGOGB, Ajia, I don't know, Ajia E, I just saw E, Mommy Yeti 70, and everybody in the comment section. Wonderful people, wonderful, wonderful people. I celebrate you all.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you so much. Gist with Zeni. I think I have to take you out to where? No, I will just make pounded jam for you and Erongbe. I greet everybody. Now, this is what I want to kind of, I want to start from this angle. And that's what I want everybody to know. I said it yesterday. I said, even if they throw the sword to the ground 1,000,000 times, it's the flat side that will be on the ground. For justice for MOHBAD, it is certain that we will get justice. Because an injustice has been done to an anointed of God. And definitely, that will not go unpunished. We will get justice. But there's something I just want to call our attention to. And we have to be guarded. Even me, that I'm talking. It is just going to be painful that after this much sacrifice that we put to this movement, because this will be the first thing that brought us together. Am I wrong? We have never seen it in this fashion in Nigeria. Majority of you are in the diaspora, and we are also here in Nigeria. My son lives expensively in Sambisa forest and all of that. But when it comes to the truth, we can just speak one voice. It will be really disastrous. In the day of reckoning, when our God is going to say to us, well done, you faithful servants, enter into the joy of the Lord, and will be found missing. It will be so disastrous. I pray that that will not be our portion in the name of Jesus. See, it is only one shepherd and one fold. I make bold to say that. And so every time we must take cognizance of our activities, that when the trump is sounded, we can be listed amongst those ambassadors that God relied upon. The fact that some people choose the path of evil does not take God away from his throne. The Bible says he sitteth upon the throne and doeth as he pleases. So, your every second, your every minute, your every hour, just take cognizance of your, because it is to, we should take that one. And now, I will quickly take you to, because that thing that they are trying to cover up is already in the register of Jehovah Sabaoth, the Lord of hosts himself, that Monday 11th. Joshua was leading the war. You know, he was fighting for Israelites against some forces. I don't remember their name now. But for victory to be established for the Israelites, Joshua said, let the sun stand in Ajalon until victory is sustained. And that one change affected the whole world. That's why we have the eclipse or something like that also, just because the sun stood still at Ajalon. And now, they want to jump from Monday the 10th to 12th without including the 11th, and you think we will not get justice. File, ma ba won ta tan dele o. That is what God is saying. Do you understand? So, I want you to have your peace. Sorry, I am not your regular analyst. Definitely, I am not. I'm not your regular analyst. I leave that to people because we are diverse in our gifts. We are diverse in our ways. For God has chosen us in different perspectives. All it just amounts to is that we replicate him and come and give him the results that he has chosen us to. They say some people are dancing. They danced, no. When they said he is the King of Kings, they laid their garments. They said walk upon it. When it got to the point of reckoning, when they ought to say, no, we will prefer that Barabbas be nailed. Give us the King of Kings. They say, we take Barabbas for safety and let the King of Kings. And we definitely they can never be depended upon. But if God now choose you and me as one to depend upon, I beg you, don't fail him like others have. Because I tell you what, whether you believe it or not, all of those ones and went back, they are going down with their generation. Check it out. I'm not lying. Except, according to Ezekiel 18, 20, 21, except they by themselves, those children, go find their part in God. Otherwise, they will go down. Jesus Christ said that it would have been better for Judas Iscariot not to have been born. It would have been better. And Jesus said, hasten to do that which you have been called to do. At the end of the day, what happened to him? With the money he collected, he went down. So also will be the lot of these ones. I want to assure you. So, I think now you will believe me more. No, not me really. You will believe God. That, you know that song, God is awesome. God, he reigns in heaven and earth, he is king. God is awesome. God, he reigns. He's an awesome God. God, when they call him the Alpha and Omega, he is. That is his name. A never-changing God. He knows the end of a thing from the beginning. He knew it. That they will cover their part no matter what. Elijah stood and said, because of your idolatry, by my word, for 3 years running, there will be no rain, neither dew. And the Lord honored that word. So let me tell you, when MOHBAD said, Ìwọ àtàwọn ẹbí ẹ tẹ́ bá ti ń ṣe tẹ́ ń mú jẹ, tèmi lẹ máa fi ṣàfẹ́yìn. It wasn't just to act it up. And you know what happened? You know what happened? If Liam had come a girl, we would not hear anything. That is why you, men and women that are listening to me, if there's any fear you will have on earth, it has to be the fear of the living God. The one who knows you from the hair on your head to the sole of your feet. In men, there are no perfections, but in our God, there is awesome wisdom and power. The Bible says, and Jesus Christ came and said, power in heaven and on earth has been given unto me. Kò sí irọ́ ńbẹ̀. Sátánì lágbára kò ní gbà, is a lie. Asán is a deceiver. Kò ní nǹkan kan, àrékérekè ni. So when I look at people, má lọ corona, wọ́n máa gbé yín. I say, let them dare to come. If they will remain on earth, then God be not God. Tán bá try ẹ̀, wọ́n tó wò mí lójú gan. Because I can see that when Moses went up and he was coming down, the Israelites cannot look at his face because of the fire that he carries. The moment you stand in the truth, the Ancient of Days backs you up. So stand in the truth. Stand in the truth. Now, let me tell you, when I call Liam Exhibit A, I know what I'm talking about. Ẹ fi emblem yẹn sí lára, ẹ gbé photo yẹn sí, Exhibit A ni. An evidence that cannot be denied. Peter and John were entering into the beautiful gates. They were going for prayers, and they saw the man that was born late, to get money. They said, no, we have something much bigger. And when that miracle was performed, the man stood up and entered into the temple. And people still began to castigate Peter and John. But you know what the scribe said? They said, we cannot do anything, for this that has been done is a notable one. Yorùbá ni mo like. Only pé àwọn ẹ̀rí tí kò ṣeé ṣẹ́. God knew that when MOHBAD is taken out, they will cover their part. Alábàjọ wọn domi sí lára. There is a medical power inside that house, like my son analyzed. Is it that the person is on phone or inside that house? Egbe báyìí, ẹ̀rìn báyìí, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ báyìí. And they were following everything so that they can cover their part. And did they not try? Please, Akoni, help me clap them. Wọ́n gbìyànjú. They did everything within their human knowledge to see, and God sat down. The Bible says in Psalm 115, they say, and our God sitteth upon the throne and doeth as he pleases, man. He allowed them do what they want to do. No wonder they hid the doctor's report, they did everything, they took the medical whatever, everything. My own question that I've not seen someone who can answer, maybe Mr. Ishak, maybe my son or every other knowledgeable person on this panel and comment section. Nígbà tí wọ́n pè bàbá MOHBAD, kí ni wọ́n á sọ wípé ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sókú MOHBAD? Because they never meant to tell him. And they want to go and bury him because they had prepared him. Wọ́n á lọ sinwin lọ àbí wọ́n á sọ sódò. Àbá dédé máa rí lódò tó wá ní pé ṣe báwọn ti sọ pọ́pọ́ because we don't know how to put any voice to that. But somehow, Aloba got there. Aloba got there. See, for those of you that are talking about the doctor, I may not, it's me now. I may not have anything to blame him for. Had it been MOHBAD was taken in soaked in blood, he will look out for signs. He saw a cut that it said was minimal. He didn't see any other. He saw a body brought in wet. So definitely that was where his focus was going to be. He went as far as seeing the palm, the sole of the feet of MOHBAD as being plain white with dark patches. Okuto tinjera niye now. Do you understand? Already inside, he did everything. I'm not exonerating him from whatsoever thing that you have put summation to. No, I'm not. But there's this thing I want you to please know. And please, let us tone it down. You know, on Muyiwa, I'm not making a voice for him. If he's hearing me now, I don't hate him and I don't like him. So there's a balance to that. But whatsoever thing that is wrought may be, I'm going to keep it in because of Joseph Oluwabami Waloba. Gbọ́dọ̀ máa bú ajá lójú alájá. Wọ́n ní ìbíyẹ ẹran ẹ̀fọ́ lójú ọ̀tún, ìbíyẹ ẹ̀fọ́ lójú òsì. Tá ẹ bá ní ẹran afọ́jú yìí, then the thing is like the word of God says. It says, looking unto Jesus. Everything that we're going to get by this justice is basically by the hands of our God. The Bible says, and the hand of our God doeth valiantly. It said the hand of our God is exalted. So it is not about man. Gideon, you're going to go to war. By his own counsel and understanding, it took 300,000 soldiers. And God said, Emi o kin kero jagun, take them to the river. I want to do my bit as God. And it took only 300 from 300,000. Who is like unto thee, O God? Among the gods, who is like thee?